At the end of this video, you're going to have at least minimum three different training tips from each exercise or in total that you can add into your workout. Alright? What's going on, people? Steve Fit here, and today I'm going to show you 5 exercises that you should have in your shoulder workout. Now, you don't necessarily have to have all of them, but at least 2 or 3 will be very, very beneficial if you want the boulder shoulders, 3D delts, you know, brown delts, whatever you want to call it, whatever suits you, whatever makes you happy. So, we're going to break into the workout, and I'm just going to give you some pointers and some tips, as well as the exercises that you might not already have in your workout. Okay? So, starting first, we're going to be looking at the single arm side raises. When we come from the back, just so we want to incorporate the rear delts and the side delts a bit more. Now, this is the exercise that I'm actually prescribing to you, but at the same time you can superset it with the front as well. Now you notice that I'm not using any kind of handlebar, I've just got my grip over. At the same time you can use the wrist grip, where you can just basically take away your palms and you just isolate it with your shoulders alone. Whichever one works for you, but essentially the main focus here is to hit the side delts coming from the back, and you want to make sure your elbows is in line with your shoulders. Full range of motion from the start to the bottom, elbows in line with your shoulders. So you can say it with the front, and you can always go for that. Alright? Good. So the second exercise we're going to be working for is going to be rear fly, the cable. We're going to go single arm or go double arm, whichever one you want. Normally what I recommend is you do the double arm, the light weights, get a little feeler set, 2-3 sets of just 15 to 20 reps, get some blood flowing in there, and then just so you can focus on each aspect of your body, you can go single arm and make sure that you're putting as much emphasis on your rear delts. But for the full range of motion, you want to make sure it's your elbows leading all the way until it's parallel to your body. Alright? That's the main tip for me there. It's basically do the doubles for feeler reps, feeler sets, and then hit the singles, driving with your elbows from the back, focusing. You can also slightly lean forward, and that will just isolate your traps, your rear delts, and just the upper part, and it would slightly take away from like your rhomboids and your lats a little bit. Not too much, but just try it. If you lean forward, you can always just focus on just the upper aspects of your back. Alright? So that's the second tip. Now the third exercise that we're going to be going into is going to be the seated shoulder press. Now I choose to see it over the standing because I want to focus only on my shoulders. Alright, and I'm going to do that again with an explosive implementation in the workout. So what I'm going to be doing is you're going to have the Smith machine, you're going to have the stoppers on the side. What we want to do is you want to press up in an explosive way, as explosive as you can. Doesn't matter what weight. Obviously if it's a lighter weight, you can explode with much speed and it's visually possible to see how quick you're going. But when you have a lot of weight on there, it's very hard to tell if you're really speeding up. So you want to make sure you're still speeding up with the movement. You want to explode up to keep it short, and on the way down you want to just control and let it rest on the stoppers on the Smith machine, and then you go again and you just explode up. Alright, so you want to do that. That's the key tip. The key tip there is to make sure that you're exploding up, controlling it down, using the stopper to reset. It takes away any kind of momentum. Alright, so we're removing momentum, we're removing our lower body, we're adding explosive movement, and we're adding control. Great exercise. Perfect. Simple as that. Then what you want to do is you want to move over to something that people don't usually do, which is, I find weird, but it's a very, very good, muscle build up, especially for the rear aspects. It's not necessarily shoulders, but your upper traps everywhere, they do come aligned, especially with bodybuilding, and you hit your double biceps. You want to see your rear delts, you want to see your traps, everything behind you, you want to see it popping. So essentially what I'm going to be doing, instead of using a barbell, because a barbell you require a lot of control, what you're going to do is you're going to make sure you're on the Smith machine, you're going to have stoppers on the side so it's not going all the way down and you're not kind of deadlifting from the bottom to come back. Stoppers on the side, pick your weight, or whichever grip you go, middle, wide, or narrow, go for it. And what you're going to do is just an upright roll from the back, and you feel all your traps, the wrong way, everything, just squeeze it together. That's the main tip there. It's the exercise on its own. It's the Smith machine, the rear delts. That's the main thing. Alright, so Smith machine, upright roll from the back. That's the main thing. It's not a shrug. A shrug is different from an upright roll. So you see I'm actually coming up and it's squeezing rather than shrugging my shoulders. I'm actually rolling it up. Alright? Final exercise is a barbell movement. If you notice I didn't have any dumbbell movement inside, you can use dumbbell movements. But if you want to use dumbbell movements, try cables. If you don't use cables, do dumbbells. It's always going to be the same. Side raises, everything that you can do on dumbbells, you can do on cables to an extent, okay? So moving on, finally with the barbell. So we went from cable, Smith machine, and now we're going with full control on the barbell. Now what I'm doing is I'm just doing a clean without a press, right? It's just going to be a barbell clean. You're going to clean, reset, and this is perfect. It works your back, it works your shoulders. Then you have the clean, or you have the upright roll, which is your shoulders, and then you have the clean, which is going to just, you know, emphasize tension on your whole back overall.